Winding roads take me back home, back to the West Virginia hills. Winding roads, won't you take me back home? I want to play among the rocks and the rills. I hear the coal train coming up the mountain. In my memory, it's loud and clear. The engineer, he'll blow the whistle, the sound of the whippoorwill. So winding roads take me back home, back to the West Virginia hills. Winding roads, won't you take me back home? Wanna play among the rocks and the rills. I wonder, is our home place still standing? Is that warm morning stove still there? I can see my mama in my memory, pinning back her silvery hair. So winding roads take me back home, back to the West Virginia hills. Winding roads take me back home, wanna dance among the rocks and the rills. When I get there, will anybody know me as my old folks I left behind? I must first go visit Daddy and Mama, resting beneath that lonesome pine. Oh, winding roads take me back home, back to the West Virginia hills. Winding roads take me back home, wanna play among the rocks and the rills. I wanna dance among them rocks and the rills. Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, come home to me. Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, how long will it be? Will it be in the springtime when the flowers they bloom, the robin sings so peacefully? Please don't wait till the long summer days are all gone. Come home to me. Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, come home to me. Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, how long will it be? Already I feel the cool autumn air. I have not heard a word from you. Above the frost line, the snowflakes that fell, they're breaking my heart in two. Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, come home to me. Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, how long will it be? Beautiful Cheat Mountain girl, won't you come home to me? Tell me why, baby, why did you leave me? When are you coming back home? Tell me why, baby, why do you make me sit and cry? Leaving me here all alone, girl, Lord, you leaving me here all alone. The nights are so lonely here without you. The days seem to go on and on. The month turns into years, I must have cried a million tears. When are you coming back home? Girl, tell me, when are you coming back home? There's a cold wind blowing on the mountain. Seems that howling wind is calling for you. But I know it's just me, echoes from a memory, breaking my heart in two. Girl, Lord, you're breaking my heart in two. Tell me why, baby, why did you leave me? And when are you coming back home? Tell me why, baby, why do you make me sit and cry? Leaving me here all alone, girl, Lord, you're leaving me here all alone. Leaving me here all alone, girl, Lord, you're leaving me here all alone. The wind in the trees on the mountain high are calling, calling me home. My dear old mother, a tear in her eyes, she's calling, calling me home. Calling me home, calling me home. Child of the mountain, come home. My dear old mother, a tear in her eye, she's calling, calling me home. The wind in the willow by Daddy's graveside, it's calling, calling me home. No telling how many tears it's cried, calling, calling me home. Calling me home, calling me home. Child of the mountain, come home. My dear old mother, a tear in her eye, she's a calling, calling me home. As I look around at these prison bars, they tell me no longer I'll roam. Tomorrow I'll be buried in the old prison yard. The mountains will be calling me home. Calling me home, calling me home. Child of the mountain, come home. My dear old mother, a tear in her eye, she'll be calling, calling me home. She'll be calling, calling me home. I parked the car down at the mailbox. I walked up an old country road. It must have got longer and steeper than when as a boy I would go. Tell me, where does time go, boys? Where does time go? One day we're young, next day we're old. Tell me, where does time go? I picked a bouquet of flowers. I went to see a girl I once knew. They pointed to a grave on the hillside, said she died just waiting for you. Where does time go, boys? Tell me, where does time go? One day we're young, next day we're old. Tell me, where does time go? I placed the flowers at the graveside. I wiped a tear from my eye. I said I should have been here for you, but oh my, how time does fly. Where does time go, boy? Tell me, where does time go? One day we're young, next day we're old. Tell me, where does time go? Tell me, where does time go? Thunder on the Tiger, hear the cannons roar. Mother, come and save your darling. There'd never been a storm like this before. Ain't never been a storm like this before. Porterfield came to Fetterman under orders of Robert E. Lee to save the line of the B&O just for the Confederacy. But Grafton held for the Union. Latham had mustered them all. When bad blood met at Fetterman Bridge, Bailey Brown was the first to fall. So Porterfield fell back to Philippi. Hold the line, boys, we can win. He didn't know McClellan sent 4 6-pounders and 6,000 men. Thunder on the Tiger, hear the cannons roar. Mother, come and save your darling. There'd never been a storm like this before. Ain't never been a storm like this before. And would you believe a lady delayed the battle that famous day? She fired a shot to warn her son, and the Confederacy got away. Yes, Miss Humphreys delayed the battle, but she couldn't win the war. Before the damn thing was over, America lost 600,000 more. And Mother, come and save your darling. It was found in a diary on top of Old Droop Mountain about the first land battle at Philippi. Thunder on the Tiger, hear them cannons roar. Mother, come and save your darling. Never been a storm like this before. Never been a storm like this before. Ain't never seen a storm like this before. There were two brothers, how they loved each other. High on a mountain, together they played. Then the war clouds gathered over western Virginia. One wore the blue and one wore the gray. Their dear old mother, she sat by her window, patiently waiting for them to come home. She had to tell them how much she loved them, how their daddy had died while they were gone. And they were two brothers, and they loved each other. High on a mountain, together they played. Then the war clouds gathered over western Virginia. One wore the blue and one wore the gray. Then down the pathway there rode a stranger. He told her boys met in Coal Harbor one day. Then he had to tell her how they faced each other, and there side by side in their blood they lay. They were two brothers, my, they loved each other. Now side by side on that mountain they lay. 'Cause as war clouds gathered over western Virginia, the child of rebellion laid her loved ones away. 'Cause one wore the blue and one wore the gray. In a land no one remembers, in a war we still deny, lay a wounded soldier dying. So I knelt down by his side. He said, "Is that you, Mama? I know you come to take me home where I can rest till Jesus calls me. Please don't leave me here alone. Take me back to West Virginia. Lay me on the mountain high. There I'll rest till Jesus calls me to his mansion in the sky. I hummed a tune while he lay dying about the West Virginia hills. I felt the angel take his spirit. There he lay so peaceful still. We took him back to West Virginia. We laid him on the mountain high, and there he'll rest till Jesus calls him to his mansion in the sky, in a land no one remembers, in a war we still deny. Lay a wounded soldier dying, so I knelt down by his side. That old oaken bucket where Mama drew water, it lies at the bottom of the well. It's been 10 years since they nailed up the door to the little old school in the dell. Some things are different, some stayed the same, and you can't buy too much with $1. Our small town closed down and folk moved away, but the hoot owl still hoots in the holler. That old coal train that came out this way, it don't run anymore. They shut down the mine, took up the rail, then they tore down that old company store. Some things are different and some stayed the same, and you can't buy too much with $1. Our small town closed down and folk moved away, the hoot owl still hoots in the holler. Sometimes I wonder, how will it be? What does our future hold? There's one thing for certain, we live till we die. They say the grave's mighty cold. Some things are different and some stayed the same, and you can't buy too much with $1. Our small town closed down and folk moved away, the hoot owl still hoots in the holler. That old hoot owl still hoots in the holler. Come along, come along, come along, girl, come along, go with me. Gonna be a barn dance down in Beverly. Farmer Brown, he had a barn, he didn't have no hay. Saturday night, get the fiddles out, the bluegrass we would play. Come along, come along, come along, girl, come along, go with me. Gonna be a barn dance down in Beverly. Daddy had a big old mule, mule only had one eye. I'd pick up Susie Q and down the road we'd ride. Come along, come along, come along, girl, come along, go with me. Gonna be a barn dance down in Beverly. When the barn filled to the rafters, me and Susie ran away, running through the clover field, looking for a shock of hay. Come along, girl, come along, go with me. Gonna be a barn dance down in Beverly. Come along, girl, come along, go with me. Gonna be a barn dance down in Beverly. Let that cheat mountain water turn you on. Let the cheat mountain water turn you on. It's aged in the woods and bottled in a barn. Let the cheat mountain water turn you on. Now way up in the sinks of Gandhi stands the world's largest moonshine still. The revenuers tried to find it, never did, and I guess they never will. 'Cause that cheat mountain water turned them on. Yeah, the cheat mountain water turned them on. She's aged in the woods and bottled in a barn. Let the cheat mountain water turn you on. Now that water, it's good for what ails you. Hey, it's good if nothing's ailing you. But watch out, boys, it's not brandy. Only takes a sip or two. And that cheat mountain water turns you on. Yeah, the cheat mountain water turns you on. It's aged in the woods and bottled in a barn. Oh, the cheat mountain water turns you on. If you ever want a good drink of lightning, come on up to these West Virginia hills. But don't be asking any questions if you want to live to tell about your thrill. Just let the cheat mountain water turn you on. Yeah, let the cheat mountain water turn you on. She's aged in the woods, bottled in a barn. Let the cheat mountain water turn you on. Let that cheat mountain water turn you on. Coal, black coal, why do you glisten? Just like a corpse, Lord, you lie so still. You allure those miners from their homes and families to dig you out from beneath that hill. The other night, while I sat a-thinking, I picked up a lump of your dirty black coal. I wondered why you shine and you glisten. I wonder if you have a soul, just like the words of Mr. John L. Lewis. He said, you know, this old coal has been drenched by the blood of too many men, and it's been washed, Lord, it's been washed with the tears of the widows and orphans. Coal, black coal, when will your life end? I remember 78 men that died one night down at Farmington, West Virginia. Another 22 died over there beneath that old Clarksburg hillside. 39 died in an explosion, a little mine down at Hyden, Kentucky. Beneath these old Appalachian hillsides, my God, how many miners have you killed? There was a crew of men trapped by water in a little mine up in Pennsylvania. They were able to get down and get one miner out, but the rest had to go to a watery grave. The little babies, they cried, and the women, they prayed. But nobody could get down there and save them. Just another coal mine, just another hillside, and just another crew of men. And would you know, in 2002, it all happened again. But you know, this time, coal, black coal, no, you didn't win. They brought in the workers and the drills and the families to pray. And early that morning, 9 brave men walked away. Oh, coal, black coal, you still lie there cold and still. But coal, black coal, someday we're gonna get you. Those miners are gonna crawl under that old hill, and by golly, they're gonna dig you out. But tonight we sit in this old dinner hole and we wonder, my God, how many of us you plan on taking with you? Too many miners will lose their life before they ever dig you out. Coal, black coal, why do you glisten just like a corpse? Lord, you lie there so cold and still. Lord, the men from their homes and families to dig you out from beneath that hill. They'll dig you out from beneath that hill, beneath that hill. I love my wild, wonderful West Virginia women. I love them in the swimming hole every time I go swimming. Love them in the kitchen, hey, when it's supper time. I guess if I'd admit it now, I love you all the time. You can talk about your pretty girls way out in California. You can talk about the Florida girls and the bathing suit they wore. You can talk about your pretty girls way down in Alabama. But it takes a mountain gal to please a mountain man, yeah. I love my wild, wonderful West Virginia women. I love them in the swimming hole every time I go skinny dipping. Love them in the kitchen, hey, when it's supper time. I guess if I'd admit it, boys, I love them all the time. The girls in New York City, well, they're pretty, I suppose, but none of them can shine as bright as a mountain rose. They say the gals in Texas, Lord, they're tall, long, and lean, but it takes a mountain gal to fill out them blue jeans, yeah. I love my wild, wonderful West Virginia women. I love them in the swimming hole every time I go swimming. Love them in the kitchen, hey, when it's supper time. I guess if I'd admit it now, I love them all the time. Now nothing can compare to them in the whole wide world. When I'm singing almost heaven, I'm talking about the girls. I'd like to make them happy. I'd love to hear them sing. And at a good old barn dance, they make the rafters ring. I love my wild, wonderful West Virginia women. I love them in the swimming hole every time I go swimming. Love them in the kitchen, hey, when it's supper time. I guess if I'd admit it now, I love them all the time. I love my wild, wonderful West by golly, Virginia women. Yeah, I do, honey.